Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, I know, and we are hopefully going to get back into the swing of things. I do know I keep on saying that, but today we are playing TransRoad USA, which has just come out, and I must say before we get started, it is rather disappointing. As you might even be able to tell, there is no menu music, which of course dampens my spirits already. But let's go ahead and get into it. It is very, very poor performing. Let's go into the campaign, where we get to experience the story of you and your partner, Billy Bowman.
Everything all right over there?
Yeah, everything's all right, mate.
We should reach our destination soon, and then we'll be done with this contract. Then we can finally set off on our trip to the Grand Canyon.
Fishing and hiking, all right.
I can't wait. It's gonna be great, buddy.
I'm excited too.
Billy Bowman, you and your partner are fired, effective immediately.
Oh, I know them feels. What the?
We're fired? Why?
What do we do?
Don't start. I got enough trouble with my company as it is. I just can't employ you two anymore. That's it.
All right, so nothing personal.
That didn't just happen, did it? We're out of work. What are we gonna do now?
We establish our own company. All right, so there's not much of a choice between dialogue options.
Our own company? Are you serious? Why not? All right, let's do this.
Let's establish our own company on a whim. All right, so let's go name our company Arsenal Robert. Of course, I think that probably makes the most sense. We do have some customization options, so we're able to choose what we look like. I'm going to be the slick looking guy with his phone out. Let's see what we are able to choose as well. Our logo. I don't see El Presidente here, so I guess we're just going to have to go with fast. And the truck, and of course we can choose our liveries. Let's go with pink, so that we actually know which truck is ours. Pink and purple. Or should we go deep purple? Alright. That looks pretty fantastic to me, and we'll be able to spot out which is our vehicle from pretty far out. So let's go ahead and start this. I know it's been a while since I've been uploading, but...
So, where do we start? Some headquarters wouldn't be bad. It's best if we start in our hometown up northeast, Augusta, Maine.
I definitely want to get back into it. I mean, even just as a hobby, so maybe just once or twice, 1 or 2 videos a week or something like that. But once I get the bug, I'll probably be recording a bit more often, but we'll see if that happens. So, we are playing on low settings, I've got to say, and that's where I get the best frames, and that's around 30 or under. Unfortunately, playing on high, I've got a really good graphics card. It's sort of 780 GTX, which I guess is getting on now, but you'd expect a game like this to be at least 60 frames. So let's go ahead.
The loan we requested has just been granted by the National Trucking Bank. With that money, we can afford the estate and the building.
Well, what do you know? Isn't luck on our side? So we can only choose Augusta. We can't choose any other headquarters. So let's go with Augusta in the northeast. Place the headquarters down. And down we go. Alright, so that's built up. As you can see, it is rather choppy. But we've leveled up from being unemployed to being a newcomer to the game. So we get 1 truck concession. Now, the concessions are basically licenses.
Yeah, I think we chose a pretty decent building. And it only cost us a few $1,000s.
Few thousand, you mean 200 of them.
Luckily, the truck I drove at Gordon Fox Trucking belongs to me. We can use it for our company right away. It's already parked in our depot.
Alright, sounds good to me. So what I actually do like about this game, if it weren't for the piss poor performance, is that, see, we're in Augusta now, and we can just keep on zooming out, and we can have a look at the whole American continent. Or I guess, the USA. So that's really cool, and you can just zoom into wherever you want. So let's have a look at Cheyenne, which I'm no doubt butchering the name of, but I do like how the landscape also changes. It's quite, I guess, realistic like that. I mean, it's just not greenery everywhere. Alright, so let's head back to Augusta. We've got to accept the first contract. So they want us to click over here. I've played around a little bit, so I know what I'm doing, because in a game like this, it's pretty easy just to be stuck looking at a screen with an empty stare. So we are going from Augusta, and we need to choose a different place to go to. So there's, I guess, Boston's pretty close. We've got Detroit as well. Alright. And Indianapolis. So, of course, the more trips you make, the more money you can make and all of that good stuff. You know what? We can even go to Detroit, actually. which is over here. And there we're going to make $22,000 estimated profit. It's up here on the top left. Shows us that. Also, what is very nice is it shows us how many trucks we need at full speed, and then the red speedometer is the slower speed if you've got the wrong truck. So that's also pretty nice. Thankfully, we only need one truck. So let's go from Augusta to Detroit. Okay, we can have up to 3 contracts. Now, this is good for the sole reason, because we're going to Detroit. Coming back to Augusta, we're carrying nothing. So maybe we'll be able to get something from Detroit to Boston along the way. So that way we're able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. One problem is that you don't unlock any contracts until you actually visit the town. So we're not going to be able to do that just yet. So we're going to have to go ahead and start this off. Yes. Sign that contract. And now we drag our own guy that we've got over here. So that means that's activated.
Our first contract is being delivered. So far, so good. 1 truck won't get us very far, though, that's for sure. So, we need to earn enough cash to expand our fleet.
All right, your first delivery will be on its way. Congratulations. Let's take a closer look. All right. So this is also pretty nice. We're able to have a bit of a closer view of what's going on. We're able to lock onto the truck as well. If I click on him right, there we go. And we're able to zoom in and out and have a look at the way he does this thing. So at the moment, he is going to load up over here. Let's see if we actually see anything. Oh, that is actually pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that. So we get a delivery, which we are delivering supplies. And off we'll be able to go. Now time's flying by, and this is just the slowest speed. But because of how big America is, we are going to have to be playing on pretty much max speed here. Alright. So over we go. We're going to go follow these roads. We're going to drive through Boston, so we don't actually stop off there and unlock it, unfortunately. These farms are just there to look nice. Alright, here we go. We're almost at Detroit. Now, we're able to also buy different trucks as well and hire workers and all that kind of stuff like you'd pretty much expect. Now, let's go ahead and accept Detroit. And, of course, we've got to make 5 of these trips. So that's quite a bit. What I am going to do, though, is right off the start, probably hire someone new. So, let's go to... how do we hire people? We go over here, I think, to our headquarters, and then we go to this cap. Okay, yes. You can hire drivers, take out loans, yada, yada, yada. We know all that. These are the different ranks. So, of course, now we're owner-operator, and it shows you what you need to unlock the next rank, which is pretty nice. We can go all the way up to tycoon, so there's not all that many levels, but let's go to the drivers. And here is where we can choose who to hire. Now that's actually pretty expensive, a $900 basic salary. I've seen, oh here we go, $320. Now of course there is going to be a difference, not so much in driving quality, I mean they all drive the same, but it's just the licenses. So this guy, or lady, Vanya, has a dump, flatbed and livestock license, whereas she will only be able to use a normal truck, like a... what is it called? A dry van. A dry van and a reefer trailer. So that's why she's so cheap. This person's able to do a flatbed as well. But we're not there yet. So we'll just use Rebecca for her services. How's it going there, lady? Now, we need to get out of here. And we need to go over to Bernie's used trucks. Oh, we can go to Mighty Mike's trucks. Let's have a look at Mighty Mike's. Now, these trucks are going to be pretty expensive, I'd imagine. Yeah, 81,000. We definitely don't really have that much to spend on this kind of stuff. So, let's get out of here. Let's get a used truck. Now, one of the things in this game which really annoys me is the maintenance. And there's quite a bit of maintenance that you need to do. So over here we go. $52,000 for a cheap little truck like that. Let's have a look. Is there any real differences? Oh, okay. So here we don't need to do anywhere near as much maintenance. This is 31,000 miles, whereas the first one is 18,000 miles. As you guys will be able to see later on, maintenance really is annoying in this game so far. I don't like the way they've done that. But I'm going to go ahead and settle for the cargo line at Roadster. Let's go buy that. Confirm the purchase. Okay. Now, one thing to remember is you also need to buy your own trailer. So I'm going to buy the dry van. We're able to buy a reefer van as well, which of course there is a bit of a cost difference, and I don't own the concession for that anyway, so I wouldn't be able to drive it, I don't think. So let's go ahead and buy that. Confirm. And let's get out of here.
Great. Truck and trailer purchased and a new driver hired. That should get the cash register ringing faster.
Hopefully not in the red by
But we
paying
can't
him.
keep on relying on single, tiny contracts. What we need is relationships with clients. We need to establish a good reputation with our clients so they offer us better freights and more long-term contracts. That'll get us regular income. For starters, we should unlock more trade areas in this region. That will give us better coverage of contracts and reduce empty trips. Delivering mail is perfect for that.
Alright. So, they want us to visit 4 cities. What we have got now is the game paused. Now, these are the packages being delivered to us, which is a bit weird. We're not able to drive them right away. They actually needed to get delivered to Augusta, and then, there we go. Now that's delivered, we need to go to our depot, and this is the truck parked here. Clearly, it's very basic, this game. It's, I've got to say, it's rather disappointing. I'm really looking forward to it. And they all made it look, like they always made it look amazing in the videos of it, but in practice, does not look that good. So let's go ahead and plop Rebecca down into this truck. So she's there. And now we have it here. So what we're able to do now is to visit some more cities with her truck. So let's go have a look at what we've got from Augusta. Hopefully something to Montpellier. There we go. 2 trips. So let's get a new schedule going. To Montpellier. Let's sign that contract. So at the start, all I'm really bothered about doing is unlocking as many of these trade regions, or cities as they're called, as I can. So we'll probably go with Boston and New York City, and then we're going to be able to line up a couple of trade routes in one go. So that's done. She's going to be loading up. There we go. There's Rebecca driving a nice purple truck. Came out much more purple than I was expecting. So over here, let's have a look at... So the first trip, 1 out of 5. We've got 16 days for that, so that's quite a lot. There we go. We've unlocked Montpellier. So we just need to do 2 trips there. So that first one is all complete. Now, you do lose quite a lot of money. There's another problem I've seen with this game that at least I have. And a short time that I've played with it is money's very hard to come by. Money's not everything. If you deliver the full contract on time, you gain reputation with the start client and the client receiving the freight. If you gain enough reputation with the client, they start giving you contracts on their own, as well as better paid contracts for every client level you gain. Alright. So let's get out of here. And because the game's paused, we can go to Montpellier. This shows us all the information if, of course, we cancel. And if we are too late as well, there's penalties, as you'd pretty much expect. Why is the camera moving? There we go. So let's go from Montpellier to Boston, maybe. Let's have a look where Boston is. It should be next to Detroit. No, it should be. Where is Boston? All right. Oh man, my American geography is embarrassing. I was thinking Chicago, wasn't I? I sure was. Alright, so let's go Montpelier to Washington. Alright. And that's just one trip anyway. So that's going to be another city that we unlock. And then, of course, we drag Rebecca in there. And off we go. And that pretty much sorted itself out. Alright, so let's go click on Rebecca's truck. And as you can see, every mile she drives, the maintenance will be due in a little bit. So the way you do the maintenance is you need to like drag the vehicle onto.
This will help us a lot with contract coverage. Now we should unlock the local furniture factory. Their output is pretty valuable drive and freight.
Yep. So yeah, the mechanic of maintaining your truck is rather annoying, I've got to say, at least what I've found. So
to unlock them as a client, click on the furniture factory in Augusta and then switch the contract list to show contracts here. This will show you the available contracts.
Alright. So I need to zoom in over here, and this is the furniture store, pretty clearly. Now, why is all of this locked? Because we need to, I guess, get more reputation to this client. So let's go here. There's no one delivering here either. So I think what that means I need to do is a little bit more trading around through Augusta. So let's go a new schedule. Let's go Augusta to Boston. And then let's go have a look at Boston, which is of course over here. Oh, of course I have not unlocked it either, have I? So that's going to be an idea. Let's go accept that. And we'll drag it down here. Alright, so she'll get to work. And it should give us some more trades. I say, where am I? There we go. So I need to do, I think, 8 contracts for him. Okay, we've unlocked Boston now. Thank you. People are getting happier, which is always great. But the problem is, it doesn't seem like the furniture store is getting any happier. Okay, so 2 here. So that's what we need to do. We need to deliver to the furniture store. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that. No. Okay, what I'm going to do is cancel this. And do this. Alright.
This might take a while. Nobody knows us in Augusta, so our reputation will build slowly. We should try to speed this up. We should try marketing. But we can only do that once we get to the next rank. You can look at the rank requirements in your HQ menu on the top left.
Alright, so headquarters, and here is what he was talking about. So we've unlocked more than enough clients, we've got enough trucks, trailers, drivers. We need to do some more contracts, and we need more money in our bank account. Now the weird thing is you need $100,000 to unlock, but for level 2 you need $200,000 anyway, so it seems a bit silly that you only need $100,000 to unlock it, but to buy it you need $200,000, and getting that money is actually pretty difficult. At least I've noticed. Oh no, we are late with the furniture. There we go, that's done. At least it's done. It doesn't seem like we really got all that much from it though. So let's go back to the furniture store and let's go Boston to Augusta. Can't get anything from here yet. Okay. And then we'll get Rebecca there. And then that should work. So she's going to have to go down to Boston. Now how's this first guy doing? He's still plowing along, isn't he? He's probably going to need maintenance pretty soon. Oh no, not too bad. There we go. So Ledet Karoshon is seemingly quite impressed with us, at least at this stage. I need a bit more reputation in New York City. Now, that's probably because I haven't even unlocked New York City. So what I'm going to do is, let's see if we can take up a mission to New York from here. No, okay. That's a shame. Nothing to New York, alright. What about Montpellier? No, oh, maybe Boston then. There we go. So let's set something up here. Accept that. And off we go. Alright, now the reason I'm doing that is because we haven't even unlocked New York City yet, so we need to unlock as many of these towns or cities as we can within our region, relatively closely. So all I really need is Pittsburgh next, and I'll be pretty happy with that. Alright, now I'm pretty sure that's it, isn't it? Yeah. Because that was just a one-way trip. So what that means I'm going to be able to do is, hopefully, there we go, New York City to Augusta. Not able to do anything from there yet, so we still need to deliver things to them. Like that's just a one-way trip. Is that her? Nope. She's down here, isn't she? The game does stutter quite a little bit though, and I have had crashes, and I did read that that was a common problem as well, unfortunately. So where are we going? We're going over here. I'm getting loaded up. What's that floating up above here? Oh, it's just this chemical sign. Okay. So she's got the long trek from New York up to Augusta. But they'll give us some more reputation with these guys. So we've only got one reputation, I think, at the moment. Nothing too much. Nothing to be too proud of. We're getting there, though. Slowly but surely. Fantastic. All right. So let's have a look at... We've got to make sure the game's paused as well, because the game does pause itself quite a bit. So let's go... Let's have a look. I wouldn't mind a little bit more money. So I'm going to go with Montpellier to Augusta. Let's say 1,700 profit. Yeah, this is definitely more profitable. So I'll accept that contract. Get Rebecca in there as well. And off we go. So we leveled up in Augusta overall, the city, but not for these other specialist vehicles or specialist trades. Where did I get vehicles from? Clearly not used to recording in quite a while. It's been almost a year since I've recorded anything seriously. Alright, so we've got a spare truck here as well from Detroit. So let's go from here. You know what? To Chicago, that's pretty... Oh, to New York, sorry. I mean, that'll give us the money. We only need one truck as well, because we'll be driving at full speed. So that's great. Drag him in there. And that should not be a problem. I'll just make sure he doesn't need maintenance, because that's going to be awkward when he does. But this is essentially what the game is. I mean, you can zoom in and have a look at the trucks themselves and what they're all doing. But more or less, it's just management, which is, I guess, what we like in Tycoon games, though, anyway. Alright, so we've leveled up because we hit $100,000, so that's always a good start. So before I was also rudely interrupted by a telephone call, we were upgraded to level 2. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get a marketing campaign yet because my headquarters isn't upgraded yet. So I'm not going to be doing that because that costs $200,000, as we can see here, which unlocks marketing. So I'm going to stay away from that for now until we've got a bit more of a steady income. Another thing that I need to keep doing is working on this furniture store. So let's come back up over here and we'll go from Boston to Augusta. Maybe there's something that I'll be able to get from, let's have a look. Oh, cancel that. Maybe there's something that I'll be able to get from Augusta to Boston. There we go, like this. There we go. Augusta to Boston, and then Boston to Augusta. Okay, that should work. That should be good. Because makes sense. We're pretty much going along the way. So, that's should be alright. That's pretty much double the income, really. I mean, even though it's that one trip, I think we're going back to Augusta from Boston to Augusta. So these guys' client level is only level 3. It's not all that high, unfortunately. It's something that we're going to have to get to work on. There we go. So that one trade is done. And now we're going to do Augusta to Boston. But that's only mail. So that furniture store, that's done. Let's have a look at what else we got here. Not much, unfortunately. Wonder what the corn company wants to do with a furniture store. But alright. And that's back to being done. Alright. So that was pretty quick. Now I guess we don't really have anything available to us at the moment, unfortunately. Let's go maybe check from New York, or from Boston, sorry. We can go. Alright, let's just get to Chicago. I'll accept that. It's going to be a bit of a trek, but it's going to happen. There we go. That is definitely a trek. And we haven't been to Chicago just yet. And this guy's just going from Detroit to New York. Whereas she is going from Boston to Chicago. I've got 4 trips to do. Thankfully, we only need 1 truck for that. As it says, which is really handy. We don't need to do any on-the-fly maths. And as you can see, we're still around $100,000 or so dollars. Now this is where it starts getting really interesting. We get special contracts. So we have the chance to dispose of a large amount of waste in a very unconventional way. The next space shuttle taking off can take waste with it, thrusting it away from Earth. Please consider accepting this contract. So I think this does not need any... Oh, actually, no, it does need special trailers, unfortunately. I'm going to have to decline. Now, this gives us a lot of money, but say if we accept it and we mess it up, that's when it really sucks. So I'm going to have to decline that because I don't... Oh, you know what? Let's just reconsider. But yeah, we're going to need a specific trailer for that. So let's go have a look for the correct one. Go to trailers. So this guy's only got, let's see, here we go, a dump truck. That's another $800 a week, and it's quite a large upfront cost as well. And of course, we've only got like a 2-axle, 3-axle, and then a 4-axle. So we've only got, I think, a 1-axle or 2-axle, sorry, truck. That's what all our trucks are, unfortunately. So all, yeah, 2-axle trucks, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to decline this because we're gonna be driving way too slow anyway. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. Nothing we can really do about that. Apart from make a bit more money. Let's just check if there are any updates to these guys. No. Which is interesting. So I guess I'm going to have to get the corn company on my side or something like that. I'll have to wait and see. But I think that's going to be it for the very first episode of TransWorld USA. Or TransRoad USA. Very interesting name for a game. But until next time, though, guys, I'll see you later. And hopefully you've enjoyed a somewhat of a comeback.